Hello everyone, we're from Team ByteBuilders, and today I'm excited to present CodeVista, an interactive learning platform that's revolutionizing computer science education. Our project leverages Ballerina's powerful features to solve real educational challenges. The problem we're solving is, the traditional computer science education is fundamentally broken. Students learn networking, databases, and algorithms in isolation. They read about TCP handshakes, but never see one in action. They study ER diagrams, but never design a real database. This passive theoretical approach leads to poor retention and disengaged learners. Our innovative idea is simple yet powerful. Transform passive learners into active experiential education through real-time simulation and integrated modules. CodeVista solves this by providing a unified platform where students can simulate real networking scenarios like TCP handshakes and DNS resolution, design and visualize database relationship in real time, practice algorithms in an interactive playground, track their progress across all modules. The potential impact is enormous. The improved learning outcomes, higher student engagement, better skill retention, and scalable education that can reach thousands of students globally. We are not just teaching computer science, we are making it come alive. So now let me explain about our technical architecture. We have a React frontend running on port 8080, a CORS proxy on port 3002, and our Ballerina backend on port 3001, all connected to MongoDB Atlas. The beauty of this architecture is its simplicity and scalability. Ballerina handles all our backend logic from user authentication to real-time data processing, while providing built-in observability and type safety. So without further ado, let's go into our application. So before signing, anyone who visits our website can see a home page which explains about the application. And there is also an about page. So let's get started. So you have to start in providing your credentials. So this is the dashboard. So now let's get into the most interesting part of our application. So as I mentioned earlier, we are mainly targeting on three topics: DSA, networking, and databases. So let's see what we have implemented for DSA. So as you can see, there are different tabs like core concepts, sorting data structures, graph algorithms, and code editor. So in core concepts, students learn about the basics of a system or the algorithms in this case. So there are quizzes to check their knowledges and we can answer them too. So once the quiz is completed, you can see that that module is marked as completed. So all these implementation are done through backend. So there are like various topics to explore the theory in data structures and algorithms. So now let's get to the sorting part. So this is a really interesting feature. So in here, we can visualize how algorithms work in real time. So if we can select any algorithm of our choice and the array size, the speed too, and when we give play, you can see how this data is sorted. So this would really help the students, especially the students who like to see visuals in their studying. So let me speed up the process a bit. So in here, you can see all the details about the time complexity, the steps it's taking. So everything. Since it's taking a bit time, let me move on to the other features too. Otherwise, the video will take too long. So in any case, we can pause and play this visual simulation too. So now in here, we can visualize how different data structures work. So for example, in stack, first of all, if we add a value and push, we can see it in the bottom. So its stack usually is last in, first out. So let's push another value. And when we pop, the top value will be popped. So likewise in Q2, so here, this is first in, first out. So I'm sure you get the idea here. So the same features are implemented in LinkedIn and binary tree too. So I'm not going to go into this due to this time constraint. Then there's a graph algorithms. So once again, here we can search the kind of algorithm that we need. We have to, first of all, select the nodes, and then we can run the breadth search. So once again, this is a visual simulator for the students to help learn how these algorithms work. So once again, I'm going to go quickly. So, and in code editor, they can do these challenges. So they can do these challenges and run the code. There's also the show hint feature. So they can select the language of their choice and features like that. So that's basically about the data structure and algorithm lesson. So now move on to what we are implementing on the database. So again, in database, similar to DSA, first there are three tabs called core concept, query builder, and design tool. So in, let's say, in SQL query builder, so once again, there's a theory part and there a question to practice and also quiz. So here, if we complete the quiz, finish. Once again, it's marked as completed. So for all these features, these three tabs are available for the students to learn. So, and there's the query builder feature. So in here, once again, there are practice exercises and SQL playground too. So for like, they can in real time execute and see how these databases work. So they can see the schema here and practice according to that. And then there's the design tools, ER diagram designer and schema design studio. In ER diagram design, they can design their entities. Like for example, here the student entities added. So here they can add different attributes and see how usually these schema diagrams take place. So that's about ER diagram design. And there's also schema design studio where they can design tables for the different tools. They can add columns here and everything. Also, they can analyze and see if there are any issues. So as here, it says there is a nominalization issue. So this is a platform where so the student can learn in a practical manner. So here it's explain what was that nominalization issue. So that was about the DSA and database. My friend Ashif will explain about networking.
See about the networking, what we have done in networking. And we can see under the old topics tab, we can see what we have done. We have done the protocols and the network architectures, IP addressing, networks, and also. And first, I will explain about the protocols tab. In that one, we have main three tasks. That first one is the TCP three-way handshake. Let me go into it. And here we can see how a TCP three-way handshake works. When we start the simulation, it will show how it will transfer the data and how the acknowledgements and the sync keys are going. In the state machine, performance and the troubleshooting also works accordingly. Okay, now we will see the next part and the DNS resolution process. And we can give any DNS part. For example, we can give the Google's extension or anything. We have used an example.com for the explanation. And when we start the start simulation, we can find how it works and how the data DNS searches and how it finds everything and all. Okay, let me move on to the next one. And the last one is the OSI TCP model. This one, many students don't know about this and they are hard to understand about this. And we can start simulate and understand how the data transfers from every 7 stages and how data going in segments, packets, and frames and bits like that. Let me go to down also. And this will show the packet flow, and this will show the OSI model versus the TCP model difference also. We can see that one also. On the top, we'll go to the next one. Okay, in the tools part, we have done a subnet calculator. And in this one, we can generate or the user can give an subnet and calculate the subnet mask, IP address, and the CID annotation. The users can see how it works and how networks broadcast addresses are given. And we also can visualize this one. In this visualization, we can see how it works and how the bits are marked as ones and zeros and all. And also, we have given a practice exercise for the students to check their knowledge. We have given some questions, and the answers were stored in backend, and users can see their progress through this. Like that, we have built a network topology builder. In this one, the 5 main types of topologies are brought into the concept. And when you, for example, when the star topology is like that, so when we start the simulation, it will show how the data and the data packets travel through each and every PCs and the nodes. And due to the time limit, I will not going to show the everything how it works. And also we can trigger the failure and see how it works and all. Okay, shall we move on to the next one? And also we have implemented the protocol analyzer. We can load a sample one, or we can give an actual one, and we can analyze that one. Some of them may be advanced topics, but the computer science students may need this one to learn and visualize through this one. And next one, please. And this one is the security scanner. We can give a sample target host, and we can scan that one, how it works and how the security and all are working and all. Okay, let me go to the challenges and the interactive challenges part. Okay, here we have given some challenges for the users. In this challenges part, they have given the quizzes part for every topic, and we have discussed now. We have some challenges included for basic quizzes, and the answers are stored in the backend, and users can track their own progress. These are some of the questions we can implemented for now. And in the interactive questions part, we have built the users to understand the interactive parts. For example, in the TCP simulator, we can send a sequence, acknowledge the number, and also like that. Since we haven't enough time, we will not going to show every interactive session quizzes. We'll show the demo only. We have the subnet builder, DNS resolution tracer, protocol packet analyzer, firewall, rule breaker, and everything works fine. And now I will hand over Amrit to speak about forum and resources.
Thank you, Ashraf. So let me explain about the forum feature. So this is a place where students can ask questions from their fellow students and get answers. So in recent discussion, you can see a couple of forum discussions. So we can post reply for them. And also we can ask question too. So here we can create a thread. So the person who created the thread can also delete it. So this is the forum feature, and there is the resource feature. So resource feature is a feature where we have put some resources, some external resources that they can check on for their learning. So the user can rate those resources. So this is the resource feature. So that this is basically our application. So I hope that we are able to give a clear idea about the application. And once again, thank you very much.